Coming up on WFT's First at 5, consumers jump at the chance to load their carts. We have the details.
Plus, gun violence prevention is bringing in a new face. We'll tell you how the city hopes it will bring a positive impact to public safety.
Temperatures are below average right now, but we are trending a few degrees warmer. We'll talk about when the more seasonable conditions will come back coming up. First at 5 starts right now.
First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Welcome to WUFT News First at 5. I'm Rafael de los Santos.
And I'm Natasha Holt. Thanks for joining us. A new report by the University of Florida's Bureau of Economic and Business Research reveals consumers are becoming more optimistic. WUFT's Jessica Nitti joins us live from Butler Plaza. She spoke with business owners and consumers to find out if this optimism is leading to people feeling better about spending more.
Yes. The director of the Economic Analysis Program at UF says the uptick in optimism is in line with the continued decrease in inflation over the past year, in the anticipation that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates sometime in 2024. I spoke with consumers and business owners in the area to find out how they are feeling. As inflation subsides and the job market remains strong, people are feeling better. Local consignment shop owner Steve Nickberger is excited about the increased traffic he sees in his store.
Last Saturday, we opened at 12, closed at 6, and average at the end of the day, we had a sale every minute, 42 seconds.
Other store owners are seeing the same trends. Furniture shop owner Mary Kate Walker says business has been getting better.
Since COVID, of course after COVID, we were very busy, and it has slowed down since then, but it has picked up again. Our traffic is much better, and people are spending money on nicer quality furniture.
Diane Orwig enjoys dipping into her budget for a good find.
I'm definitely feeling better about spending money now. I feel like things are starting to open up. It wasn't that I didn't have the money, I was just nervous about spending it. And so yes, I do feel a lot more comfortable.
Angelina Giraldo, another consumer, is more cautious.
Definitely with inflation and everything, you can see the prices going up and it does make me nervous.
Steve says some customers are doing well, but others struggle.
I hear people talk about it, but I hear both sides of it. I hear people coming going, they're making more now than they ever have. And then I hear some people, when they're checking out and you can watch them struggle, this is a $5.99 shirt, do I really need it kind of things, which tells me that they don't have the money to just spend.
Although the report shows consumer optimism is improving, the improvements may not be felt by everyone. Consumer sentiment among Floridians started the year at the highest level compared to the last 2 years. Live in Gainesville, Jessica Nitti, WUFT News.
It's getting a lot colder than it has been lately. WUFT's Derrah is here to tell you if this chill is going to chill for a while. Derrah?
Well, temperatures are running a few degrees below average. That's thanks to those winds circulating around this area of high pressure coming at us out of the north, so it is feeling a bit more chilly outside. Now, as that area of high pressure continues to move to the east away from us, we're seeing more clouds build in. We woke up to clear blue skies this morning. Now we're looking at that cloud cover increasing as we head into tonight and even tomorrow afternoon. Wind speeds are pretty high right now at around 10 miles per hour, so it is going to be a bit nippy. If you have any Valentine's Day plans this evening, temperatures inland are in the mid and upper 60s. Along the coast, we're looking at low 60s. We'll talk about how long these warmer temperatures are going to last and when we'll see the rain again coming up.
A shooting at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade left 1 dead, 3 in critical condition, and 10 injured, according to the Kansas City Fire Department. An estimated 1 million people were in downtown Kansas City celebrating the team's back-to-back championships. The area where the shooting took place was steps away from where the Chiefs had held a victory rally for thousands of fans after the parade took place.
Gainesville held its State of the City address Tuesday announcing new reforms to combat gun violence. WUFT's Alex Land is live in the studio to tell us about the change that will help what the city refers to as a gun violence crisis.
Mayor Harvey Ward announced the creation of a new city position to improve public safety against gun violence. The position, a Gun Violence Prevention and Intervention Program Manager. The new position will be a connection between the City Commission, the community, and law enforcement. Funding for the position is from Gainesville's portion of the money from the American Resource Plan Act. As of now, the position is funded until the end of 2026.
Across agencies and departments to coordinate data collection, apply research, and analyze risk factors with the goal of reducing the proliferation of gun violence in our community.
Last year, the City Commission declared gun violence as a public health issue and delegated almost $650,000 from Gainesville's ARPA funds to address this problem. The Gainesville Police Department reported 154 shootings, including homicides, from 2022 to 2023. City commissioners say they have already interviewed potential candidates. Mayor Ward says the new employee is expected to begin work within weeks. Live in the studio, Alex Land, WUFT News.
Marion County Sheriff's Office has a new initiative to promote gun safety. The agency is hosting free firearms safety classes for current and prospective gun owners. Sheriff Billy Woods says that since the changes to Florida's concealed carry laws, more Floridians are considering carrying a firearm. Because of that, his office wants to make sure that gun owners are prepared to use their weapons safely.
If you choose to carry a firearm, we want you to do it safely. I have worked hard with the Marion County Commissioners and the United States Concealed Carry Association to help provide a free firearms safety class.
There are still spaces available in the classes. For more information, visit WUFT.org and follow the registration link.
Residents of a Marion County home were left uninjured after a car drove through their house late last night. The homeowner called 911 to report that a vehicle crashed through their house. Firefighters arrived on the scene to heavy damage and stabilized the scene. The vehicle's driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and Florida Highway Patrol is still investigating. Look out for scammers acting like bail bondsmen. Marion County Sheriff's Office says scammers are calling and using apps to ask for money from families who have people in jail. Officials say if someone claims to be a bail bondsman asking for money through an app or phone call, then it's likely a scam. Real bail bond services accept payment through established channels. Always verify any businesses or services before sending money and research the company, check reviews, and confirm their credentials. MCSO says scammers may use online databases to get information about inmates when contacting their families. Giving Day is soon. The donations are rolling in for the University of Florida.
And a little later in the show, we'll tell you how Hawthorne Sports is trying to make history. First at 5 is back after this.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Gators are chomping in the Florida Capitol today. The annual Gator Day is highlighting the University of Florida's achievements and impact for the Florida legislature and public. Earlier today, the Florida State Capitol's first 3 floors were filled with displays and information tables from academic units, research centers, and student programs. An outdoor celebration featured UF President Ben Sass, head football coach Billy Napier, and quarterback Graham Mertz. Mascots Albert and Alberta were in attendance as the featured guests signed items and posters. The event was open and free for all to enjoy.
Tomorrow is Giving Day at the University of Florida, and the Gators are standing up and hollering for donations from alumni, students, faculty, staff, and friends alike. For one day, all over UF's campus, from Weimer Hall's block party to the College of Nursing, people are going to celebrate Giving Day. These events will have giveaways, handouts, and food. There's a leaderboard for donations on the UF's Giving Day website to see who has donated the most. And the donations support innovation, research, student access, and faculty. You can donate online or by calling.
Governor Ron DeSantis proposed a bill to eliminate retail theft. The bill increases the penalty for theft to a felony. In a news release, DeSantis said those who commit crimes in Florida will be held accountable and that he will not tolerate retail crime.
These dry conditions aren't going to last forever. We're tracking increased rain chances as we head into the weekend. I'll break down where these storms are going to move and what's causing all of this on the other side of the break.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Many of us woke up to clear blue skies this morning, and as that area of high pressure and that drier air works away from us out to the east. That's going to shift our flow to be out of the northeast and pull on a bit more clouds this evening and as we head into tomorrow. Now, we're still seeing mostly clear skies over Crystal River right now. A few clouds streaming on in the distance, but other than that, we're pretty mild with temperatures right now in the upper 60s. Now, that's a bit above where we should be, or below where we should be for this time of year. Out along the coast, we're looking at temperatures in the low and mid 60s. So we'll continue to see temperatures warm up as we head into the rest of the week. Right now, we're over 10 degrees above where we were yesterday, about 5 degrees out along the coast. So if you're headed out for Valentine's Day, it's still going to be cool. You might want a light jacket because that northeasterly breeze will cause temperatures to feel a bit more cool. Beautiful sunset. If you don't have a Valentine's Day or you still need something to do, there's a rocket launch tonight and it has a 95% probability of taking off. Now, those boosters will fall back to Earth, so if you hear a loud boom, that is probably why. It has a 4-hour launch window starting at 5:30. So tonight, temperatures are going to be in the upper and mid 40s, 50s along the coast as we see a trough of low pressure form. That's going to increase that cloud cover and cause those temperatures to not fall as much, and that cloud cover will continue moving inland throughout the day tomorrow. We're also looking at those temperatures above average in the mid and upper 70s. So huge contrast from what we're going to see on Sunday. Highest temperatures tomorrow at 76. Sunday forecast high is only in the upper 50s, and here is why. We have a cold front moving through on Saturday, so our rain chances are going to increase as we head throughout the day on Saturday into about Sunday afternoon. Now, models are showing this area of low pressure trek further south. Some models are showing it trek further north. So depending on where it goes, we could see more rain, give or take, depending on some of these totals. Either way, it's bad news for the Daytona 500. Showers are likely throughout the majority of the day, and it's going to be pretty cool and rainy. So off and on showers is something that you can expect if you're headed out to that. Right now, this model is showing that system trek farther south. So we're looking at about 1.5 inches of rain in the Orlando metro area, about 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch farther to our north. So other than that, besides that rain, we'll see those temperatures dip down after that cold front moves through, but then we're back to seasonal temperatures by this time next week.
Coming up next on WFT News, last night was another big test for the Florida men's basketball team. When we return, we'll recap yesterday's big matchup against LSU and plenty more. You won't want to miss it.
You're watching WUFT-TV News.
Happy Valentine's Day and welcome into what I consider to be my true love, sports. Tonight, love and softballs will be in the air as the Florida softball team hosts Jacksonville University. In just a few minutes, the Gators will return to action against the Dolphins after shutting them out 10-0 last night. It's been an impressive start to the season for the ladies in orange and blue. Florida's 5-1 thus far and will be playing for their 5th win in a row. First pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. at Katie Cecil Presley Stadium. Just another Tuesday night in Gainesville. That's what Florida men's basketball head coach Todd Golden had to say after last night's gritty win over LSU. The Gators were able to hang on with an 82-80 win at home over the Tigers. Walter Clayton Jr. was an absolute bucket once again, finishing as one of 3 Gators to score in double figures. Well, the game ended up coming down to the wire. Florida led by as much as 20 in the second half. The Gators seemed to fall asleep at the wheel once again, something that has been a recurring theme as of late. Head coach Todd Golden took the blame for the second half collapse and hopes to fix it moving forward.
I need to do a better job with our guys. I've been really pouring into our energy and effort being our main priority at practice, and our guys have done a really good job with that. And I think you guys can see the growth in that area of our team.
Florida will look for their 7th SEC win in their last 8 games when they travel to Georgia this Saturday. The last time these two teams met, Florida managed to hold on after nearly blowing a 28-point lead. Tip-off is scheduled for 1 p.m. At the high school boys level, Hawthorne's win over Newberry last week marked its 12th straight victory. As WFT's Ben McLeish tells us, the Hornets look to ride that momentum into the FHSAA 1A state tournament against Fort White.
Hawthorne High School boys basketball defeated Newberry Saturday to take home their 13th consecutive district championship. The Hornets head coach Greg Bowie says the school wants to set a new record. win boys basketball and football state championships in the same year.
It's never been done here at Hawthorne. Probably hasn't been done at many schools throughout the country. It would mean a lot to kind of just sum up the type of program and the type of athletes that we have here at Hawthorne.
The football team secured their second straight state championship in December, while the basketball team is just 4 games away from making history. Last year, Hawthorne came devastatingly close to the accomplishment, winning a state championship in football, but losing in the basketball state semifinal to Chipley. Coach Bowie uses that loss as motivation for his players.
I told them just remember that feeling, and next time we step on the floor with the opportunity to compete for one of those games down there, just let that be your motivation.
Starting quarterback and basketball team leader C.J. Ingram says the team is stronger.
We're better. I think we got better team chemistry. The way we talk to each other, communicate off the floor and on the floor, is definitely better than last year.
Starting guard Dakarian DeBose echoed Ingram's sentiments.
I feel like we encourage each other a lot. I don't really hear any criticism or any bad things during practice in the games, so we uphold each other a lot.
Hawthorne's mission is far from accomplished. They play Fort White in the region semifinals tomorrow, a team they already defeated in the district semifinals. Ben McLeish, WUFT News.
Great stuff, Ben. Over on the girls' side, the high school regional semifinals take place tonight with lots of local teams still in the dance. Taking a look at some of these matchups, the Newberry Panthers will face the 20-4 Madison County Cowboys on the road. Meanwhile, the Trenton Tigers will host the Williston Red Devils, and the number 1 seeded Hawthorne Hornets will play the Hilliard Red Flashes. If you thought those were exciting, take a look at these matchups. The Eastside Rams will play Denellen tonight. The PK Young Blue Wave will host the Bradford Tornadoes, and Countryside Christian will battle Oak Hall. All 6 of these games will take place at 7 p.m. Over in Orlando, last night was a monumental night for the Orlando Magic. Last night, the Orlando Magic officially retired the number 32 in honor of the Hall of Fame center Shaquille O'Neal. While nowadays he's tearing it up as a DJ, he was quite the basketball player back in the day. This is the first ever number to be retired since the Magic were established in 1992. And finally, Florida baseball is back in 2 days, and quite honestly, I can hardly contain myself. In just over 48 hours' time, you get to watch Jack Caglione, the number 1 college baseball prospect, and the rest of the 2022 Florida Gators as they begin their revenge quest back to Omaha.
Thank you, Bradley. I hear that the Gators were originally slated to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
They are, as of now, but there's a chance with 2 events already being postponed, this game could also be postponed due to weather.
I believe Derrah has more on that storm.
So we aren't looking at the most picture-perfect weekend. We will see an area of low pressure approach and a cold front, so that's going to dip temperatures down into the upper 50s. We might still be able to salvage our weekend on Sunday with the rain clearing out by the afternoon, but next week looks much drier and cooler with temperatures slowly reaching into the low 70s, so we're back toward our seasonable highs right where we should be.
Thank you, Derrah. So there might be a chance that we get to see Caglione and the boys this Saturday. What do you think, Brad?
Looking likely as of now. Fingers crossed. Some stuff has already been moved. Hopefully this game stays put, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, a lot of events are up in the air, like the Daytona 500 this weekend and other races going on. So
looks like sports always gets the short end of the stick when it comes to the weather, huh?
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, thank you, guys. BBC World News is up next, and the PBS News Hour is coming up at 7.
But your Florida news is always at WUFT.org. Have a wonderful night.